दृष्टा दृशिमात्रः शुद्धोपि प्रत्ययानुपश्यः. Man is the embodiment of wisdom. He is called drashta, even though he is pure, but follows wisdom. 2.21 Tadardha eva drusyasyatma. This phenomenal world is meant for revealing the absolute truth, God the Father. This world is meant for revealing the truth of God, absolute truth. That is God the Father. This whole phenomenal world is meant for revealing the absolute truth, God the Father. 2.22 Tadanya krutardham priti nashtam apya nashtam sadharanatvat. To a man of wisdom, even if there is no creation, it is immaterial for him. Suppose there is no sansar, it is immaterial for him because he is a man of wisdom. For other ignorant people, this creation is normal. Other ignorant people के लिए अरे मेरे को शादी नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ, like that they may be thinking, because they are ignorant people. For them, it is happening. So it does exist for ignorant people. To understand, that is why there are certain people, even though they are educated, they are very learned people and all that. Even if they are not married, they are not bothered. Only their parents may bother, but they are not bothered. 2.23 Sa Swami Shakyoho Swarupo Labdhi Hetu Sanyogaha. So, for one's own buddhi or intellect, for which God the Father is the first and foremost, making contact between Paramatma and nature, to be in their form, is called Sanyoga. Drushya is subservient to Paramatma. That means this nature is subservient to Paramatma. How Ravana got destroyed? Only because he is subservient to this nature. He is subservient to nature. That is why he got destroyed. If you go beyond nature, you will not be destroyed. That is why Drushya is the ability. Drushya is the ability, Swashakti of Paramatma. Man is entitled to happiness and its categories. Man is entitled to have his own happiness and categories. That is the reason the ability of man is originated to God the Father. It is called the energy of God the Father, which is bestowed to man. Paramatma, God the Father, is the Drashta. Drashta is the one who sees actually. Tasya hetu ravidya. The cause of misery for this combination of nature and God the Father is ignorance. Adam and Eve, like that, forbidden fruit. So the cause of misery for this combination of nature and God the Father is ignorance. 2.25 Tadabhavat Sanyoga Bhavo Hanam Tat Dushe Kaivalyam. So, without having the ignorance, without having that ignorance, suppose if you don't have any ignorance, there is no Sanyoga Bhava. That Samyoga Bhava you will not have. That means nature and God, they are combined together, it is called Sanyoga Bhava. That Sanyoga Bhava is not existing for people having no ignorance. Without that Purusha, the embodiment of wisdom, gets liberation. Once he doesn't have any the Sanyoga Bhava is liberated. That's what Vivekananda already says. You are already liberated. Only you should know it, that's all. So, 2.27. Dasya Saptadha Pranta Bhumi Prajna. Such yogi develops in seven different ways. He will have all round progress in wisdom. Such yogi will develop in seven different ways. That is why seven chakras, seven different ways. Seven different ways of consciousness. Yoga 2.28. Yoganganusthana dasu dadhikshaye ज्ञान दीप्तिरा विवेक ख्याति यम नियम etc. are the 8 limbs of yoga. By practicing them, the ignorance will be destroyed. Automatically your ignorance will be destroyed by practicing this meditation. The light of understanding shine forth till one gets entitlement. Your light of understanding shine forth till one gets enlightenment. 2.29. Yama niyama asana pranayama pratyahara dharana dhyana samadhayoho ashtangani. One should practice ashtanga yoga consisting of 8 limbs, that is yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Systematically in the above order regularly. 2.30. Ahimsa satyamasteya brahmacharya parigraha yamaha. You see, now he is explaining non-violence, truthfulness, not stealing, always be on the path of Brahma, God the Father, not to take anything from others. These are called Yamaha. Now he is explaining one by the first Ashtanga Yoga. What is the first one? That is Yama. Yama is explained now. 2.31. Yete jati desha kala samaya navachinnaha sarva bhuma mahavratam. The constituents of Yama. What are the constituents? Once again, non-violence, truthfulness, not stealing, always be on the path of Brahma, not to take anything from others. These are the constituents of Yama. So the constituents of Yama are untouched by birth, place and time. It's not that birth and place and time, that will not affect this one. In all times it is a great vow of yoga. 2.32. Saucha santosha tapaswadhyayeswara prinidhanani niyamaha. So, purity, contentment, penance, self-study, studying or observing one's own breath, to utilize looks as arrows constitutes niyama. Now he is talking about niyama. What are the one? Purity, contentment, penance, self-study, studying or observing one's own breath, to utilize looks as arrows constituent niyama. You see, you don't have to by heart these things or remember these things and all these things, because you are already practicing it. Practicing is there. Once you practice everything, these are only for only theory. But actually you have to practice. Practice makes you perfect, that's all. 2.33. Vitarka badhane pratipaksha bhavana. That means unwholesome repelling thoughts should be confronted with opposite thoughts, so that undesired thoughts will be neutralized. One should cultivate wholesome and healthy thoughts. 2.34. Vitarka hinsadaya. कृतकारितानुमोदिता लोभ क्रोध मोह पूर्वक मृदु मध्य अधिमात्र दुख दुःखजना दुःखजनानंत फला इति प्रतिपक्ष भावनम. तो वितर्क violence etc are quite opposite to non-violence. This violence is of three types. अहिंसा three types का होता है. These are the violence done by himself. Number two, to get it done by others. You may not do violence directly, but you will make others, somebody by giving money or supari or something like that you will give, and then you will make others to do violence. And three, encourage others doing violence with greed, anger and attachment, with the differences of mild. What are the differences of this ahimsa, of this hinsa? Mild, modern and severe. Gives misery and ignorance. Whether it is mild one, modern and severe, but they give you misery and ignorance, which is called Pratipaksha Bhavana, 2.35. Ahimsa.
One question. In the above sloka, you said one should cultivate wholesome and healthy thoughts, right? Is it true that if we think about good things in our mind, we attract good things from the nature? For example, if you're sitting and thinking, okay, something good will happen to me. If somebody is suffering from poverty, if he's thinking good will come, good will come, good will come, is he releasing thoughts into the nature, cosmic, into the consciousness, universal consciousness, where it starts attracting good for him?
Okay.
That is okay. Okay. So that is true.
Very
positive thoughts will attract positive things.
Being firmly established in non-violence. You see, ahimsa pratisthayam tat sannidhau vairacyaga. Being firmly established in the non-violence, others will let go of the hostilities in the presence of such yogi. If you are following the ahimsa perfectly, even the others will let go of the hostilities. Others may be having hostilities, but they will let go of in the presence of such yogi.
Guruji, speaking harshly is also himsa. Like
Pardon?
speaking harshly, insulting somebody, that's also a form of himsa.
Yes, that is also undesirable.
Okay.
2.36 Satya Pratisthayam Kriyafala Shreyatvam. If truth is established, that means if you are firmly in truth, every action and consequences are imbued with truth, then automatically your action and its consequences, they are also imbued with truth only. 2.37 Asteya Pratisthayam Sarva Ratnopasthanam. The yogi who is established in Asteyam shall be able to get all jewels. Asteyam means not stealing. The yogi who established in Asteyam shall be able to get all jewels. Asteyam means not stealing. So 2.38. All jewels means all good things only will get. 2.38.
Guruji, non-stealing means literal meaning of not stealing somebody's property, is it? Money.
And not only property, anything you should not steal. Even if you have put one, what you call, food here. If you have food, you have kept your food here. So you have gone somewhere Somebody should not come and steal that one and eat away. That is also not good. Okay, that is also stealing. 2.38 Brahmacharya Pratishtayam by Virya Lava. Now, Brahmacharya. The yogi who travels in God the Father, that means Brahman. God the Father means Brahman. And establishes himself in God the Father, that means when he is established himself in God the Father, acquires energy. The yogi who travels in God the Father and establishes himself in God the Father acquires energy. 2.39 Aparigraha Stairyai Janma Kadhanta Sambodha. Aparigraha, that is giving up sense pleasures, and gets established in that aparigraha, one will know the deep insight of the past lives. Once you are established in giving up the sense pleasures, then you will know the deep insight of past lives. 2.40 Sauchat Swanga. Sauchat Swanga Jugupsa Parais Rasan Sargaha. Because of purity, one will have no interest on his own body, and he will have no interest in others' body also. 2.41 Sattva Suddhi Saumanasya Ekagyendriya Jayatma Darshana Yogat 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 Yogyatwanicha. That means Sattva Guna or positive quality leads to purity. Purity leads to clarity. Clarity leads to concentration. This concentration leads to self-realization or enlightenment. 2.42 Santoshat Anuttamaha Sukha Lavaha. That means contentment brings unsurpassed happiness. If you are having a contentment, you are having unsurpassed happiness. 2.43 Karmendriya Siddhi Rasuddhi Shaya Tapasaha. Shaya Tapasaha. Impurities are destroyed due to penance. Your impurities are destroyed due to penance. Due to these senses and body, due to this, because once your impurities are destroyed, due to this, senses and body becomes cleansed. Then only your senses and body will be cleansed. Not by taking bath with Laksu soap or something like that, it will be cleansed. No. 2.44 Swadhyaya Dishta Devata Suprayoga. Self-study, that is looking at his own breath. Looking at his own breath. Hamsa will enable the sadhak to commune with one's own personal deity. So if you wanted to commune with your own personal deity, that hamsa you must practice beautifully. Then automatically you will be communicate with your own personal deity.
Guruji, does this also, the self-study also means self-introspection about how one is progressing in daily meditation?
Pardon?
Does self-study mean self-introspection as well?
Yes.
Introspection meaning
Not
what did I...
necessarily. Suppose if you don't have any interest in any devata, you may not have any appearance of any devata. That does not mean that you are not progressing. You are progressing as well.
Correct, Guruji, but
Once you are progressing, automatically you will get some sort of pleasure. That is why suddenly you will laugh. Suddenly the blissful things you will get. All these things only because of that thing only will come.
Okay, so Swadhyayata does not mean self-introspection, like Every day in the night, you think today how many good things I did, how many bad things I did, how much. People write a diary, right, Guruji? How they did.
That's not
That is not.
required.
That is not required.
Because Yogananda says you write, but I never write any diary. I never write. 2.45. Samadhi pada, Samadhi siddhi, Ishvara pranidhana. Ishvara pranidhanat, Samadhi siddhi. That is, doing meditation by utilizing each shanam, that is looks as shwar, that is arrow, one will be able to get samadhi siddhi or self-realization. Doing meditation by utilizing looks as arrows, one will be able to get self-realization. Sthira Sukha Asanam, 2.46. Now yes, is coming to Asanam side. Another limb. Sthira Sukha Asana. The posture of meditation should be steady, easy, stable and happy. Suppose if you are sitting in a Padmasana, but you are unable to be steady in that asana also, then you cannot be happy. Then you will go on changing it. That is why you sit in a pose which desires you to be happy. The posture of meditation should be steady, easy, stable and happy. 2.47. Prayatna Saidhilyananta Samapatibhyam. Effort becomes endless and coalescence, and everything merges into one. The body, the mind, and the soul, and infinite universe becomes one unified entity. 2.48. Tataha Dvandva Nabhigataha. The dualities, heat and cold, will cease to trouble the yogi due to the steady, easy, stable and happy posture. 2.49. Tasmin sati swasa prasvasa yor gati vicheda pranayama. When that posture is consummated, the flow of breath in and breath out that existed is pranayama. 2.50. Bahyabhyantara stambha vrutti desha kala sankhyavihi paridrusto dirgha sukshmaha. The breathing pattern of inhalation and exhalation, place, time and wisdom observed, breath becomes long and subtle. By go on observing your breathe, automatically your breath will become long and subtle. 2.59. Bahya Abhyantara Vishaya Kshepi Chaturdaha. As realization comes nearer, the difference between breathe in and breathe out falls away. When your enlightenment is coming nearer and nearer, automatically breathe in and breathe out will be longer. Will be very longer. 2.52. Tata kshiyate prakashavaranam. That is why you must have observed. With regular practice of this pranayam, ignorance gets destroyed. 2.53. Dharanasucha yogyata manasaha. Due to concentration, mind gets the capability. Due to dharana, that when once you are, because of concentration, dharana means concentration. Due to concentration, your mind gets this capability. 2.54. Svavishaya samprayoge chittasya swarupanukara Ivendriyanam pratyaharaha. When the sieges, when senses seize their responsibility, seize their respective professions, when senses seize, CEASE, their respective professions like seeing, smelling, etc., then mind will remain in its own form. It is called pratyahara. Pranayama, pratyahara. Pratyahara means when your senses cease their respective professions like seeing, smelling, listening, tasting, and touching, enjoying this parcha. When these are gone, you understand? So that is called pratyahara. Withdrawal of senses is called pratyahara. That means your senses are being withdrawn from their professions. Mind will have its original form without being corrupted. Mind will have its own original form without being corrupted. That is why we practicing all these things. We are practicing 2.55. Tataha paramavasya tendriyana. Because of withdrawal of senses, senses will be under control. When you are withdrawing senses, automatically senses will be under control. So this is the end of Sadhana Padam.